I remember growing up and being in Cali when I first came into the business. There were a few people who I still see today and have all excelled in at their prospective jobs and occupations. Steve Stoute being one of them. I remember when you were working with Kid and Play back in the day.
Yeah.
You know, and I also remember when you Track Masters, you know, working with the Track Masters, Tone Polk, Rich Nice, all those guys, and then working over at Interscope Records with Jimmy Iovine. I remember us sitting in offices. I don't know if you remember this, Sway and Tech. We had a deal over there at that time.
I remember that.
You remember that?
I remember that.
And then you all of a sudden you started accelerating at this great pace, and you found a lane where when Run-DMC, I read this in your book too, you know, did my Adidas. I don't know if people had the foresight to understand the power as a marketing tool that hip hop music could be at that time.
No,
right?
No, that was very early, man. And thank you for the gracious intro.
Mm-hmm.
When Run-DMC did that, and you know, Adidas sent a German company, sent an executive over to try to figure out, the brand was doing bad. The Adidas brand was dead in America, but there was this one SKU, this one item that was selling very well, and that was the shell toe Adidas, and they wanted to figure out why. Mm-hmm. And why was it working in this particular area or particular areas. And they sent the executive over, and the executive went to the show in 1986 and said, seen Run hold up that a sneaker, and seen the whole crowd do that. I think at that point, that was the shift. That was the tipping point on when somebody acknowledged that hip hop culture could actually do something, and make people cause contagious consumer behavior where people would actually buy it because of what was coming out of the culture. It was acknowledged for the first time. And I speak a lot, without having culturally curious people, man, there's no innovation.
There's no innovation. But at that time, too, you had LL Cool J, who was rocking Kangos, didn't have an endorsement deal. Was there a stigma that, you know, corporate America put on, you know, urban America, if you will, or even the African-American consumer, where they didn't initially even want the affiliation?
Yeah, I think it was a combination of the affiliation. I don't want to point the affiliation to race. Okay. I would point the affiliation to anything that looks like it could just be a trend, right? So it looked like the art form was just a trend. No one believed that the art form had anything behind it that was much deeper and much more rich. So I speak about the culture of hip hop, not about the songs. The songs are disposable. There's some great songs that last forever. But the culture was something that was being born at that time, and I think it's as strong as ever. And no one realized that. People didn't start realizing that till very recently, that this thing isn't just about the music. It teaches these kids, it's tutorials. Those videos with tutorials on how to dress, how to, you know, what kind of rims to put on your car, how to wear your car, ebonics and language, style and swag. And it just trained a generation on how to live their life or how to see a certain aspect of their lifestyle. And I think that was the most important part of hip hop music, was that the culture that came with it. I always said the music was the Trojan horse, right? And the culture, as soon as the horse got in, the culture came out of it.